Hello to the beautiful, beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, and the entire world. This is your girl Jessica calling you. Well, not calling, sorry. Server Chat Radio. I am here, but we are looking for call ins today. And the topic for today for the call ins is I never tell DC what it's going to be, I always surprise them with it. It's going to be falling in love on the clock. Now, it's two different topics because I don't want to get things too touchy. Because for right now, I'll tell you about my situations, and they are spicy. But the second one is going to be: has anybody gave you like the worst pickup line while you was at work, and you had to deal with three other four tables, and they just kept hitting on you? Girls, I know you're out there. I know you want to talk. I know you want to speak it. Please, you don't have to tell me where you work. Don't tell me your name. Has there been a guy or a girl, and this goes for men, that have said something to you? It's just I have to know this. I mean, I'm not alone in this. I have fell in love on the clock. I have had water thrown in my face on the clock. I have had been slapped on the clock. And go ahead.
678-383-4378. Call in now, and you know I gotta ask. What is the worst line that you've ever tried to get picked up by, in your opinion?
While you're on the clock.
While you're on the clock.
Bartenders.
I'm asking you now.
Oh yes, please.
Yeah, we're gonna put your stuff out there too.
That's fine. I mean, of course.
We know.
So I will have to say the worst pickup line that I've ever got from, and let me just say, I've gotten the worst pickup line from a guy and a girl. So we'll go with the guy first. It's very interesting, but a guy asked me, would I marry him? And he asked me that he would pay me to marry him. I think people know about fixed marriages. I thought it was the most weirdest thing in the world. I felt so uncomfortable. And I'm wondering why this guy kept staring at me. I'm taking care of him. I'm giving him his wine, doing the spiel, giving his steak. And then at the end of it, he says, can I ask you a question? And I'm thinking this guy's going to just ask me just like a random question about life or something. And he's asking me to marry him. This man had to be like in his 70s. And he literally wanted me. Go ahead.
Was it before or after the tip? Super important.
Oh,
Did you work?
God. Tip or no tip, it didn't
How
matter.
tipsy was he?
He was a little tipsy, but he knew what he was talking about.
That's crazy.
And he had a crap load of money, but I didn't care about that. And I made sure I denied it too.
How did you? That was the other thing. So before the tip. How do you respectfully deny it where it doesn't affect your tip?
Listen.
Or do you not care? Were you offended?
At that point, I felt so uneasy. I didn't want the money. Honestly, ladies, I think we know this. At this point, when it gets to a point where you get disrespectful, not in a mean way, but you're asking somebody to marry you, like what? Like the fact that he asked me, he says, I mean, servers always need money. Like he was just so condescending. Like I would never forget this guy. Like it was just like, I'm not gonna say his name or a company he worked for, but it was very, very weird. It was such a weird energy. It was a weird vibe. I didn't like it, and I know I'm not alone in this. And I can't wait to ask whoever calls that question. Like it's just gonna just bother me anyway. Far as a female, let me just say, there was a woman that she sat in my section every single week to the point where we had to ban her from our restaurant. It got to the point where it started getting annoying. She would sit down, she ordered the same thing, and then at one point I said, okay, she's watching me. She's trying to figure me out. She wants to know what I do, and it started getting annoying. I don't mind being nice, but just don't be creepy. Fellas, women, just don't be creepy. Don't be that person. If you come to a restaurant, don't come every single week. There's nothing wrong with having the money, but just don't be creepy about it. You can come every day and have a drink. Just don't be creepy. And it got to the point where I had to get her banned. I don't need nobody watching me while I'm working. And she would stay for 2 to 3 hours. And I know she had nothing to do. I don't know what she did, but obviously she had some kind of money sitting around because she always came to me, is Jessica here? Is Jessica here? I would sometimes try to lie and say I have other tables just so I want to serve her. And I don't feel bad saying that. And you know who you are if you're watching this. You're probably not, but I ain't forgot about you, Miss Lady. I'm not going to say your name. I'm not going to say names to none of these people. But again, I know it's people out there 678-383-4378. I know y'all out there. Please call. Tell me. Falling in love on the clock.
Have you fell in love with
absolutely.
the clock? Tell me a story.
Kennedy Ebony Brown. I say it and I don't care. I'm known for taking women from their men. But here's the deal. I give them back. I give them back so good.
What?
Yeah, I give them back when I'm done. She's a different story. That wasn't with us. But other occasions, I have given women back. I have said, hey, listen, when you're ready, here's my motto. And